Welcome to our Grade 4 English Language Arts Explainer. In this video, we'll dive into Unit 3, focusing on informational text structure, main ideas, and how to use visual information like charts and graphs. You'll learn how to find the main idea in a passage, see how key details support it, and discover different ways authors organize information. Plus, you'll get to practice interpreting visuals that help you understand what you read. Whether you're reading about science, social studies, or any other topic, these skills will help you become a stronger reader. Let's get started by exploring what informational texts are and why understanding their structure is important. Informational texts are nonfiction writings that give us facts about the world. They can be found in textbooks, articles, and even websites. These texts are different from stories because their main purpose is to inform or teach you something new. For example, a passage about the water cycle or a timeline of important historical events are both informational texts. Understanding how these texts are organized helps you find important information quickly and makes reading easier. Next, let's talk about the main idea and why it's the heart of every informational text. The main idea is the most important point the author wants you to understand. It's like the big message or the central thought of the passage. To find the main idea, ask yourself, what is this text mostly about? Look for repeated words or ideas and pay attention to the first and last sentences. Supporting details are the facts, examples, or explanations that help you understand the main idea better. When you put the main idea and key details together, you can summarize the text in your own words. Next, we'll see how different text structures help organize these ideas. Informational texts can be organized in several ways. Some common structures include chronology, events in order, comparison, showing similarities and differences, cause and effect explaining why something happens, and problem and solution, describing an issue and how it's solved. Recognizing these structures helps you follow the author's thinking and find information faster. For example, a timeline uses chronology, while a chart comparing animals uses comparison. Up next, we'll look at how to spot these structures in real passages. Let's practice identifying text structures. Imagine reading a passage about how plants grow. If it lists steps from seed to flower, that's chronology. If it explains how sunlight helps plants, that's cause and effect. If it compares two types of plants, that's comparison. And if it describes a problem, like plants not getting enough water, and then offers a solution, that's problem and solution. Being able to spot these patterns makes it easier to understand and remember what you read. Now, let's see how visual information, like charts and graphs, can help us even more. Visuals like charts, diagrams, graphs, and timelines are powerful tools in informational texts. They help you see patterns, compare data, and understand complex ideas quickly. For example, a bar graph can show how much rain falls each month, while a timeline can help you track important events in history. When you look at a visual, always check the title, labels, and any notes. Ask yourself, what does this picture show? How does it connect to what I just read? Next, we'll learn how to interpret these visuals step by step. Let's break down how to read a chart or graph. First, look at the title to know what information is being shown. Next, read the labels on the sides and any keys or legends. Notice the numbers or categories. Then, look for patterns or big differences. For example, which bar is tallest? Which section is the largest? Finally, think about how this visual supports the main idea of the text. Does it give extra details or help you compare information? Practicing these steps will make you a pro at using visuals to understand texts. Summarizing means telling the most important parts of a text in your own words. Start by finding the main idea, then list the key details that support it. Leave out extra information or examples that aren't as important. For example, if you read a passage about the water cycle, your summary might be, the water cycle shows how water moves from the ground to the air and back again, with steps like evaporation, condensation, and precipitation. Summarizing helps you remember what you read and share it with others. Now, let's see how you can practice these skills. You'll get to practice these skills by reading science or social studies passages, identifying the structure, and creating graphic organizers like cause-effect charts or timelines. You might work with a partner to interpret data from a simple chart and write a brief explanation. These activities help you use what you've learned in real-world situations, making you a more confident and capable reader. Remember, understanding main ideas, text structures, and visuals will help you in every subject, not just English. Keep practicing, and you'll see your reading skills grow.